Hello, everybody. My name is Karrah Dawson. I just want to start off by saying apologies about the awkward hand placement because the audio on my computer no longer works, and the audio for this headset is also very bad. But the book that I read was The 10 Faces of Innovation by Tom Kelly. This glorious piece of art right here. So this book goes into a lot of details about the different types of people that you would really need in a business setting to honestly make it successful and to make innovation successful. This book really goes into great detail on the people that you need to make innovation possible. So a quote that I have from the lovely book right here is kind of near the back, so kind of near the summary section. But it goes, I'm a firm believer in galvanizing the powers of personas. Adopting even one new role can bring birth to a culture and business benefits to your organization. But the real payoff comes when you gather several roles together and blend them into a multidisciplinary team. Innovation is ultimately a team sport. Get all the roles performing at the top of their game and you'll generate a positive force for innovation. So this kind of leads into the entire book. This is just really talking about how innovation is a team sport, is a team matter, and that you need the different types of people to really create the innovations, to create the processes that you need. So as the book says, the 10 faces of innovation, it really goes through the 10 different people, the 10 different types that you're going to need in a company to make it work. So these aren't the type of people that you would think about. This isn't going to talk about the regular people. It has things like the 10 people are people like the anthropologist, the experimenter, the cross-pollinator, the hurdler, the collaborator, the dictator, the experienced architect, the set designer, the caregiver, the storyteller. So really, all these people are very interesting and innovative and creative and special and unique themselves. Now, they get broken up into 3 different sections throughout the book. The first one the first section, the first 3 people are the anthropologist, the experimenter, and the cross-pollinator. And these are all people in your learning roles, your learning personas. These are the people that are going to be driven to constantly improve the company and not become complacent. So even if the company is extremely successful, these people are constantly trying to learn new things and trying to learn the things that are happening outside of their company. That way they can bring in these innovations, bring in these changes, and stay ahead of their competition. That way they don't fall behind in the world. So people like the anthropologist. The anthropologist, they're going to bring new insights into the organization. They're going to be observing human behavior. They're going to be seeing what other companies do, what other employees for these companies do, and what they're doing that the anthropologist's company isn't doing. They're going to be understanding how these other companies, how they interact with each other. Maybe their interaction with these other companies are different than how their company works. And all of this is just to bring improvements into their own company and to stay ahead of the changes and stay ahead of their competitors. The experimenter. The experimenter is the person that's making and thinking of prototypes and trying to come up with new ideas. They are learning by a process of trial and error. They are always creating and inventing and trying to figure out something new and to bring it to the company. The cross-pollinator. This is going to be the person that is going to go out and explore other industries and explore the cultures that these industries have that they associate with them. The cross-pollinator is the one that's going to use their findings of what they have in the other companies and bring it into their own company and innovate and bring in new revolutionary ideas that they never thought of because they saw it and heard of it through another company. So anthropologist, experimenter, and cross-pollinator, those are all a part of the learning roles of the innovators. The next section is the organization personas, the organizing roles of the innovation process, the innovation team. So these are going to be your people that are going to be using questioning methods. They're the driving forces in the organization. They're going to be constantly pushing the process, pushing it forward, trying to get new things to happen. The first person that you and these people are the hurdler, the collaborator, and the director. So the hurdler is kind of what you think about. They're the person that's going down the road and there's a roadblock, there's an obstacle in the way. You're going to go towards the hurdler so that you can figure out how to get past this area, how to get past this problem. They're your problem solver of the group. If you have something that's just not going right, you go, you talk to them, you find them, and you figure out, and they'll help you figure out and conquer whatever problem is going on. The next person would be the collaborator. This is the person that's going to find all the different ideas in the group and bring them all together. They're going to be going around talking to everybody, bringing them all together. This isn't really going to be a leader of any group, but they're going to be the person that everybody knows. They're always going around getting new ideas, trying to get people together, and helping them throughout the trends to get to the final goal. So their job is really just to talk to everybody and get everybody situated. The next person is the director. This is the one that's going to bring everybody together. This is the person that everybody's going to look up to, the one that kind of brings it all together in the end. Their job is to assemble and innovate, assemble the crew and innovate as needed. They're the ones that are going to try to help spark the new ideas. If somebody's just having a brain fart, they're going to be the ones that are there like, okay, so what can we do different? Like, let me help you. So that was the hurdler, the collaborator, and the director are a part of the organizing roles of the company. Now, the last 4 of the 10 phases of innovation are, now we're working on our building roles, our building personas. This is the experienced architect, the set designer, the caregiver, and the storyteller. The experienced architect is the one that they know what to do, they know how to build things, so they're going to be working with the customers and they're going to try to satisfy the customers' needs. They know how the innovation process works, how things inside the company works. So by working with the customers and dealing with the customers, they could really help build up what the customers' wants and needs are and be able to satisfy the company's needs as well. The next person is the set designer. This is the platform maker. This is the person that's going to make the office look pretty to keep everybody happy and motivated. They're the ones that are making sure that everything is set up to their best design, their best potential, to keep all the members of the team happy and working at their best. The caregiver is kind of like the healthcare professional in the group. Something's not going right. Somebody's feeling sick. There's something wrong in the group. The caregiver is the one that's going to be there to help them. They're also going to be the ones to help the customer out in their times and needs and really just take care of the wants and needs of everybody there. Finally, the storyteller of the group. This is the person that can talk a lot. Obviously, the person that would be me in a group in an innovation setting. But they're going to be going and talking to everybody in their own group. But more importantly, they're going to be going out to the other industries, the other companies, and talking to the people out there, out in those industries. And finding out what they're doing and just kind of talking and being nice and being that person that's out there in the real world, looking at the other industries and just keeping an eye out for the external threats that might pop up throughout the industry. So those are the 10 phases of innovation. The book was written by Tom Kelly. It's actually a really interesting book. Really, there's only the 10 chapters, each one going into each of the places. I would highly recommend this book. It was much more interesting than I thought it would be. So I hope this was informative, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.